April 23, 2024, 3:47 p.m. Avdiivka Sector, Eastern Ukraine. FPV drone airborne. Racing drone frame. Commercial parts. $400 cost. Payload. Shaped charge. RPG warhead. Repurposed. 1.2 kilograms explosive. Target Russian T-90M tank. $4.5 million. Crew 3. Distance 4 kilometers. Operator watching. First-person view. FPV goggles. Real-time video feed. Sees what drone sees. Controls precisely. Like video game. Except real tank. Real warhead. Real death. Drone approaching. Low altitude. 2 meters above ground. Terrain following. Avoiding detection. Russian tank stationary. Crew unaware. Drone closing. 3 kilometers. 2 kilometers. 1 kilometer. Operator adjusting. Wind compensation. Target tracking. Final approach. Tank filling screen. Crew visible. Hatches open. Unaware. Final seconds. Impact point selected. Turret ring. Weakest armor. Drone diving. Terminal velocity. Impact. Explosion. Shaped charge penetrates. Ammunition detonates. Secondary explosion. Massive. Turret blown off. Crew killed. Tank destroyed. Total loss. $4.5 million. Against $400 drone. Cost ratio 11,250 to 1. Operator removes goggles. Confirms kill. Satellite imagery. Burning tank. Mission successful. Next target identified. 6 kilometers away. Next drone prepared. Commercial quadcopter. Modified. Armed. Launched. Hunt continues. This is modern warfare. This is FPV drone operations. This is evolution. From reconnaissance to strike. From supporting role to primary weapon. From Ukrainian innovation to Russian nightmare. Destroying armor. Systematically. Efficiently. Cheaply. Thousands of tanks threatened. By thousands of drones. Operators hunting. Kilometers away. Safe. Effective. Deadly. This is Drone Warfare 2024. Ukrainian mastery. Russian vulnerability. Tank killing. Revolutionized. The evolution develops. 2022. Drones reconnaissance primarily. TB2 Bayraktar. Commercial quadcopters. Observing. Directing artillery. Supporting operations. Effective, but expensive. TB2 millions each. Limited numbers. Vulnerable. Shot down. Commercial drones. Cheap. Abundant. But unarmed mostly. Observation only. 2023. Innovation begins. Ukrainian operators experiment. FPV racing drones. Modified. Armed. Small warheads initially. Anti-personnel. Grenades dropped. Modified shells. Improvised everything. Effective. Against infantry. Against light vehicles. But armor-resistant. Tanks survived. Until shaped charges. RPG warheads adapted. Anti-tank capability developed. Game changes. FPV drones. Cheap. Maneuverable. Now. Lethal. Against armor. Against everything. Testing begins. Isolated strikes. Proof of concept. Russian tank destroyed. Then another. Then more. Pattern emerges. FPV drones. Tank killers. Cheap. Effective. Mass producible. Ukrainian military realizes. Revolution happening. Bottom up. Operators innovating. Engineers adapting. Volunteers manufacturing. Crowdfunding supporting. Entire ecosystem. Emerging. Organically. Military supports. Formalizes. Expands. 2024. Industrial scale. Thousands of drones. Hundreds of operators. Systematic operations. Tank hunting. Primary mission. Russian armor. Systematically threatened. Everywhere. Always. By drones. Invisible. Cheap. Deadly. At 11:47 p.m. April 23rd, 8 hours after T-90M kills same operator. 5 more tanks destroyed. T-72B3. T-80BVM. 2 T-90Ms. 1 command variant. All confirmed. Satellite imagery. Drone footage. Burning wrecks. Total cost. Ukrainian drones 2,400. 6 drones. Russian tanks, 18 plus million, 6 tanks. Crews, 18 killed. Cost ratio, devastating. Strategically significant. Tactically revolutionary. 1 operator. 8-hour shift. 6 tanks destroyed. Pattern repeating. Across front. Hundreds of operators. Thousands of tanks threatened. Daily. Russian armor losses. Accelerating. FPV drones primary cause. 2024 statistics. Confirmed. Documented. Undeniable. Russian response inadequate. Electronic warfare. Jamming attempted. Partially successful. Most drones get through. Frequencies adapted. Operators evolving. Faster than countermeasures. Cage armor added. Tanks covered. Turtle tanks. Ungainly. Partially effective. Against top attack. Not side attack. Not rear attack. Drones adapt. Find vulnerabilities. Always. Russian armor trapped. Advance. Drones hunt. Retreat. Drones hunt. Stationary drones hunt. Moving. Drones hunt. Everything. Vulnerable. Everywhere. Dangerous. Always hunted. Ukrainian drones. Hunting. Systematically. Efficiently. Cheaply. Revolutionary. Completely. This is Military Report. And what happened with FPV drones wasn't gradual improvement or incremental advancement. Was revolutionary transformation where cheap commercial technology was weaponized by innovative operators creating asymmetric capability that fundamentally changed armor warfare. Where $400 drones kill 4 million tanks reliably and repeatedly. Where individual operators destroy multiple tanks per shift from kilometers away in safety. Where Ukrainian innovation created mass-producible tank-killing capability that Russian countermeasures cannot defeat effectively. Where bottom-up development proved more effective than top-down procurement. The question isn't whether FPV drones are effective. Obviously are. Question is how operators achieve such kill rates. What makes Ukrainian drone warfare so effective? And what this reveals about future warfare, where cheap precision drones make expensive armor increasingly vulnerable. Official Russian statements about FPV drones. Minimal. Acknowledge problem. Obliquely. Unmanned aerial systems. Counter-drone measures. Generic statements. Avoid specifics. Avoid numbers. Avoid acknowledging scope. Reality. FPV drones devastating. Tank losses mounting. Armor advances stalling. Everywhere drones operate. Russian military knows. Statements hide. Political necessity. Admitting cheap Ukrainian drones destroying expensive Russian tanks. Systematically. Unacceptable narrative. Better, minimize. Generalize. Avoid. Russian military blogs, different story. Acknowledge reality. FPV drones everywhere. Tanks cannot operate safely. Losses unsustainable. Frontline truth. Versus official propaganda. Gap enormous. Reality. FPV drones work. Devastatingly. Russian armor vulnerable. Critically. Statements cannot hide. Evidence overwhelming. Burning tanks. Documented daily. Reality visible. Undeniable. Ukrainian statements about FPV drones. Enthusiastic. Detailed. Drone operators hunting Russian armor. Accurate. Videos published. Strike footage. Tank destructions. Everything documented. Publicly. Ukrainian military. Supportive. Encouraging. Drones changing warfare. True. Support increased. Training. Equipment. Coordination. Everything. Ukrainian innovation. Celebrated. Rightfully. Bottom-up development. Organic growth. Volunteer-driven. Crowd-funded. All acknowledged. All supported. Ukrainian statements. Transparent. Accurate. Proud. Deservedly. FPV drones. Ukrainian development. Ukrainian mastery. Ukrainian success. Statements reflect. Reality. Completely. Stay with me. Because the detail that explains operator effectiveness, how such high kill rates, is going to show you that combination of training, technology, and tactics creates perfect tank hunting system. Training. Operators practice extensively. flight simulators, real drones, non-combat, hours daily, muscle memory develops, precision improves, target acquisition speeds, strike accuracy increases, training critical, technology, FPV drones evolved, commercial racing frames, Ukrainian modifications, extended range, better cameras, encrypted control, shape charge warheads, everything optimized, for tank hunting, for lethality, for survivability, technology enables, tactics, operators work teams, observer drones, strike drones, coordinated, observer identifies target, provides coordinates, strike drone launches, approaches low, terrain following, avoiding detection, final approach, high speed, precision strike, weak points targeted, turret rings, engine decks, ammunition storage, everything known, everything exploited, training plus technology plus tactics, combined, create perfect tank hunting system, cheap, effective, mass producible, scalable, Ukrainian mastery, Russian nightmare, armor warfare, transformed. Let's establish what FPV drone warfare actually is, how it works, why it's revolutionary. FPV drone specifications, first-person view, racing drone technology, commercial frames mostly, modified extensively, components, frame carbon fiber, motors brushless, batteries LiPo, controller encrypted, camera HD, video transmitter, receiver, goggles, everything. Cost $300-500. Assembled. Payload capacity 1-3 kilograms. Warhead shaped to charge typically. RPG warhead. Repurposed. Modified. Optimized. Penetration 300 plus millimeters. Sufficient. Against most armor. Weak points especially. Range 5 to 10 kilometers. Typical. Extended range possible. Speed 100 plus kilometers. Hour. Approach. Maneuverability extreme. Racing drone agility. Evasion capable. Detection difficult. Size small. Speed high. Altitude low. Everything complicates intercept. Result highly effective. Tank killing platform. Cheap. Abundant. Deadly. Operator training and tactics. Selection. Gamers often. RC hobbyists. Anyone coordinated. Quick reactions. Good spatial awareness. Training. Simulators first. Virtual practice. Then, real drones. Non-combat practice. Hours. Daily. Weeks. Months. Until proficient. Precise. Fast. Combat ready. Tactics. Teams operate. Observer. Striker. Coordinator. Observer drone. Reconnaissance. Target identification. Coordinates provided. Striker drone armed. Launched. Approaches target. Low altitude. Terrain following. Avoiding detection. Final approach. High speed. Precision strike. Impact point. Weak areas. Turret ring. Engine deck. Ammunition storage. Rear armor. Side armor. Everywhere vulnerable. Somewhere. Operator knows. Targets precisely. Impact. Explosion. Kill confirmed. Satellite imagery. Next target. Continuous operations. Shift-based. 8 hours. 12 hours. Sometimes longer. Targets abundant. Russian armor everywhere. Operators hunting. Systematically. Efficiently. Effectively. Target selection and prioritization. Intelligence-driven. Satellite imagery. Signals intelligence. Reconnaissance drones. Everything. Targets identified. Prioritized. Command tanks. Most valuable. Electronic warfare vehicles. Priority. Modern armor. T-90M. T-80B-VM. High value. Older tanks. T-72B3. T-62. Lower priority. Still targeted. Opportunity-based. Artillery systems. High priority. Self-propelled. Towed. Everything. Logistics vehicles. Fuel trucks. Ammunition carriers. Everything supporting combat. All targeted. All vulnerable. Operators select. based on intelligence, opportunity, munitions available, mission priorities, tactical situation, everything considered, target engaged, systematically, Ukrainian drone operations, intelligence-driven, coordinated, effective, not random, not opportunistic, systematic, professional, deadly, Russian countermeasures and limitations, electronic warfare, jamming attempted, some frequencies, some areas, some success, Ukrainian adaptation, frequency hopping, encrypted control, autonomous modes, jamming overcome mostly, cage armor added, slat armor, mesh screens, everything, turtle tanks, protected top, partially effective, against vertical strikes, not side, not rear, drones adapt, approach angles changed, vulnerabilities found, always, thermal camouflage, attempted, limited effectiveness, drones use visual, not just thermal, camouflage insufficient, dispersion tank spread, distances increased, reduces concentration, makes hunting harder, but reduces combat effectiveness too. Trade-off. Drones still find, still kill, just more effort. Russian countermeasures, partially effective, insufficient overall. Ukrainian drones, evolving faster, adapting quicker, succeeding continuously. Armor remains vulnerable, fundamentally, everywhere, always. Revolution complete? Cost-benefit analysis and strategic implications. Economics devastating. Ukrainian FPV drone, $400 average. Russian tank, $4.5 million, depending. Cost ratio, 5,000, 11,000 to 1. Unsustainable. Strategically, Russian tank production, 200, 300 yearly. Estimated, Ukrainian drone production, 100,000 plus yearly. Planned, 2024 goals. Scale incomparable. Additionally, crew losses. Tank destroyed, 3 crew. Usually. Dead. Captured. Wounded. Variously. Trained tank crews. Limited. Difficult to replace. Training time. Months. Years. For proficiency. Drones destroy tanks faster than Russia produces. Kill crews faster than Russia trains. Economic warfare. Attrition warfare. Asymmetric warfare. Ukraine winning. Through drones. Through innovation. Through cost-effectiveness. Strategic implications. Armor warfare transformed. Tanks vulnerable. Increasingly. Everywhere. Against drone swarms. Massed armor attacks. Suicidal. Against prepared drones. Defensive armor positions. Vulnerable. Always. Targeted. Systematically. Future warfare. Drones dominant. Armor supporting. Not leading. Paradigm shifted. Ukrainian innovation. Russian suffering. Armor doctrine. Rewritten. Through FPV drones. 3 questions from the beginning. Time to answer them. How do operators achieve such high kill rates? Training, technology, tactics. All optimized. Operators train extensively. Simulators. Real practice. Hours daily. Until expert. Technology evolved. Commercial drones. Modified. Optimized. Shaped charges. Perfect warheads. Tactics refined. Teams coordinate. Observer identifies. Striker kills. Systematic. Professional. Effective. Additionally, targets abundant. Russian armor everywhere. Operators hunt. Continuously. Multiple kills. Per shift. Per day. Normal. Training plus technology plus tactics plus target abundance. Equals. High kill rates. Documented. Confirmed. Devastating. Russian armor. Ukrainian drones. Kill rates. Extraordinary. Sustainable. Revolutionary. What makes Ukrainian drone warfare so effective? Innovation. Bottom up. Organic. Operators experimented. Engineers adapted. Volunteers manufactured. Crowdfunding supported. Entire ecosystem. Emerged naturally. Military supported. Formalized. Expanded. But didn't control. Didn't centralize. allowed innovation, encouraged adaptation, result, rapid evolution, continuous improvement, faster than countermeasures, faster than enemies adapt. Ukrainian culture, tech-savvy, entrepreneurial, innovative, applied to warfare, result drone mastery, world-leading. Additionally, necessity, mother of invention. Ukraine needed asymmetric capability against Russian armor. Found it through drones, through innovation, through determination. Ukrainian effectiveness, cultural, structural, practical, all combined, producing drone warfare mastery, unmatched, devastating. What does this reveal about future warfare? That cheap precision drones fundamentally change armor warfare, tanks vulnerable against drone swarms, expensive against cheap attackers, visible against invisible hunters. Future warfare, drones dominant, massed, networked, coordinated, armor supporting, not leading, defensive, not offensive, paradigm shift, complete, Ukrainian innovation demonstrated, rest of world learning, adapting, copying, studying, future conflicts, drone-centric, armor-supported, not armor-centric, drone-supported, revolution witnessed, Ukraine, 2024, FPV drones, tank killing, armor warfare, transformed, forever, lesson taught, globally, permanently, future warfare, drone-dominated, armor vulnerable, reality demonstrated, Ukraine, through innovation, through necessity, through FPV drones, killing tanks, revolutionizing warfare, permanently. The lesson from Ukrainian FPV drone operations is that cheap commercial technology weaponized through innovation can create asymmetric capability that transforms warfare fundamentally. $400 drones killing $4 million tanks, repeatedly, reliably, systematically. Cost ratio, devastating. Strategic implications, revolutionary. Ukrainian operators trained, equipped, effective, hunting Russian armor from kilometers away, in safety, with precision, high kill rates, multiple tanks, per operator, per shift, sustainable, scalable, mass producible, Russian countermeasures, insufficient, electronic warfare, overcome, cage armor, bypassed, dispersion, ineffective, drones adapt, faster, better, continuously, Ukrainian innovation, bottom-up, organic, volunteer-driven, crowd-funded, military-supported, ecosystem developed, naturally, effectively, producing world-leading drone warfare capability, unmatched, devastating, transformative. Future warfare lesson, drones will dominate, cheap, abundant, precise, lethal, armor will support, not lead, paradigm shifted. Ukraine demonstrated, world learning, copying, adapting, future conflicts, drone-centric, Ukrainian innovation, pioneering, revolutionary sight, permanent, FPV drones, tank killers, warfare transformers, future definers, Ukrainian mastery, Russian suffering, armor warfare, revolutionized, through $400 drones, killing million-dollar tanks, asymmetric warfare, perfected, future demonstrated, today, Ukraine, FPV drones, revolution complete. This is Military Report. We analyze operations defining future warfare. Ukrainian FPV drone operations define future. Cheap technology, weaponized, through innovation, commercial racing drones, modified, armed, shaped charges, tank killers, operators trained, extensively, gamers, hobbyists, anyone capable, learning, practicing, mastering, flight simulators, real drones, hours, daily, until expert, combat ready, effective, teams coordinate, observer drones, identify targets, provide coordinates, striker drones, armed, launched, Low altitude approach. Terrain following. Avoiding detection. Final approach. High speed. Impact. Explosion or tank destroyed. Kill confirmed. Next target. Continuous operations. Shift-based. Multiple kills. Daily. Russian tanks. Everywhere vulnerable. T-90. Most modern. Most expensive. Most vulnerable. Cage armor added. Turtle configuration. Partially effective. Top protection. Not side. Not rear. Drones adapt. Find vulnerabilities. Always. Kill regardless. Systematically. Economics devastating. Ukrainian drone, 400 nice. Russian tank, $4 million, cost ratio, 10,000 to 1. Unsustainable. Russian production, 200-300 tanks yearly. Ukrainian production, 100,000 plus drones planned. 2024. Scale incomparable. Additionally, crew losses. Tank crew, 3. Destroyed tank, usually dead. Trained crews, limited. Replacement, difficult, time-consuming. Drones kill faster than Russia produces. Trains, replaces. Everything. Asymmetric warfare, perfected. Ukrainian innovation, Russian nightmare. Future warfare, demonstrated. Today, through FPV drones. Cheap, precise, lethal, abundant. Transforming armor warfare. Making tanks vulnerable. Supporting role, not leading. Paradigm shifted. Ukraine pioneered. World learning. Future warfare. Drone dominated. Armor supporting. Revolution complete. Ukrainian FPV. Tank killing. Warfare transforming. Future defining. Permanently. Subscribe to MilitaryReport. Because understanding future warfare requires understanding Ukrainian drone innovation. FPV racing drones. Commercial technology. Modified. Weaponized. Armed with shaped charges. RPG warheads. Repurposed. Tank killing capable. Operators. Trained extensively. Simulators. Real practice. Hours daily. Until expert. Teams coordinate. Observer. Striker. Systematic. Professional. Deadly. Targets Russian armor. Everywhere. T-90M. T-80BVM. T-72B3. Everything. Vulnerable. Operators hunt. From kilometers away. Safety. Precision. Effectiveness. Multiple kills. Per shift. Normal. April 23rd example, 1 operator. 6 tanks. 8 hours. Pattern typical. Across front. Hundreds of operators. Thousands of tanks destroyed. 2024. FPV drones primary cause. Documented. Confirmed. Undeniable. Russian countermeasures attempted. Electronic warfare. Jamming. Partially successful. Ukrainian adaptation faster. Frequency hopping. Encrypted. Control. Overcome jamming. Cage armor. Added. Turtle tanks. Partially effective. Top protection. Drones adapt. Side attacks. Rear attacks. Kill anyway. Economics. Devastating. $400 drone. $4 million tank. Cost ratio. 10,001. Production. Ukraine 100,000 plus drones planned. Russia 200-300 tanks yearly. Scale incomparable. Asymmetric warfare. Perfected. Future warfare. Demonstrated. Drones dominant. Armor supporting. Paradigm shifted. Ukraine pioneered. Through necessity. Through innovation. Through FPV drones. Study Ukrainian methods. Learn drone warfare. Understand future. Cheap technology. Weaponized. Transforms warfare. Ukrainian lesson. Permanent. Revolutionary. Future warfare. Today. Ukraine. FPV drones. Tank killers. Future is here. Real operations. Real tactics. Real consequences. Stay informed.